Just some weird fucking part of that shit. I don't get fucking like Twitter like insiders. It's fucking ridiculous. All right, we're live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Verbal Scrap. My name is Eddie Law. We have Fred Kirby, Aaron Robbins, and Jesse Rubalcaba in the Pokestop band. Unfortunately, you can't see him because the connection will freeze this shit like a motherfucker if you get to see the Pokestop spaceship today. So, Aaron's our judge. There you go. It's gonna be me versus Kirby versus Jesse. I'm gonna read off the topics as we go, and I guess I'm gonna have to keep time, or I don't know if Aaron, can you keep time, or you want me to do it?
I have the technology.
Sweet. So you're gonna keep time. So it's 2 minutes per person to make their point, and then a 2-minute rebuttal period where everyone can talk over each other like a bunch of uneducated 3-year-olds. So I'm not sure that works now that I think about it. Uneducated 3-year-olds. What 3-year-olds educated in the first place?
Yeah, it makes you sound like a real winner.
Yeah, I'm a retard. All right. Anyway, all right. So as Aaron gets the timer ready, I'll throw out the first topic. The first topic is going to be, is the UFC missing out on Tanya Evinger? Now, of course, Evinger defended her belt on, was it Saturday night? Yeah, Saturday night, and then Big the FC 22. Says she doesn't want to go somewhere she isn't wanted, and that the UFC is missing the belt by not signing her. So the question is, do you agree with that? Is the UFC missing out on the Tanya Evinger boat? And Aaron, pick whoever goes first, so you can start the timer.
Well, I would say Jesus, but I don't even know if he's with us.
You there with Jesus, Jesse? Jesse? Holy shit.
Okay.
Can you guys hear me? Whoa!
Oh. Okay, yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
Okay. All right, Jesse, go first. Tanya Evinger.
Evinger, I need her in the UFC at all. I believe that exciting is not on anybody's radar, and I believe that we can do it over in Nvidia as long as being on leadings.
Okay, Jesse, stop. Sounds like fucking Stephen Hawking's up in this bitch. All right, we're gonna reset. Jesse, you need to get closer to whatever Wi-Fi you're pirating. Eddie, go.
All right, so is the UFC missing out on the Tanya Evinger boat? Yes, they are. Okay, because she's beating bitches left and right in the most rude of ways. All right, not to mention every time she wins, she wants to kiss that Lauren Sanko chick or whatever her name is. And the first time she did it just like on a whim. And the awkward level in that fucking cage skyrocket. Why does the UFC need that? Because the girls can you name anybody who's good on the mic after a fight? No. All right. Evinger's not great. She's awkward. Makes it a little more entertaining for everyone that's stoned anyway or drunk watching the fights. So, but as far as skill-wise goes, she's winning fights. I mean, the last time she lost was this last time where supposedly she tapped after a bunch of fucking controversy went down and shit. And then she comes back, beats his bitch's ass, gets her. I think she took her out in a rear naked choke. And so, look, when do we not need more, talent in the 135 division? Always do. So go ahead, bring Tanya Evinger's weird looking like trailer park ass over to the UFC, and let's see her beat some better looking chicks.
All right, Eddie, you still got 53 seconds. Anything else? Pro Tanya Evinger.
Pro Tanya Evinger. Fuck, I don't know. Put her up against Amanda Nunes, and you will get the gay pride parade coming to the UFC.
Oh God.
Ew.
Okay, so with the 30 seconds that you have left, I just want to put out that no one is missing Tanya Evinger. She is a fucking disgusting swamp dog. That's what I think. Anyways, Kirby, are we missing Tanya Evinger in the UFC?
Listen, I'm sure by now you've all seen that picture where she's like looking at that broad's tits next to her.
Yep.
She's like fucking smiling and going like this. Like your gay Aunt Marge at the barbecue after she's had one too many beers. No, I don't think that the UFC is missing her. Listen, I shouldn't say the only reason she's being as successful as she is, but the UFC fucking stripped that whole division for parts. So it's not that fucking hard to rise to the cream of the crop when the crop is shit. Okay? I think if you take old fucking Tanya Harding and you put her in the fucking UFC, she gets used as shark bait, Jack. Listen, she's got some personality, but do I think that she would ever compete for the? You're talking about Amanda Nunes, yeah, the fucking gay pride championship. That's all fucking cute and all, but I don't think Tanya Evinger fucking sniffs a title shot in the UFC. She's a good kid, and I enjoy her fucking love for pussy. I share it with her, but I don't think that the UFC is like missing a young prospect or nothing. If they can fucking sign her cheap, sure, but they don't need to bend over backwards for fucking, Miss Evinger. All due fucking respect.
Okay. We have 1 minute for rebuttal if Eddie wants to say anything else.
Fuck your point, Kirby. I got nothing. I don't know.
How very grown up are you? Is fucking Jesus gone then?
Hey,
Is this just
Jesse,
a one-on-one tournament now?
With our 1 minute, Jesse, are you alive?
Yep, that's a resounding no. All right.
Fuck.
I fucking love it. It's like when you're fucking waiting in line at Taco Bell and somebody fucking chickens out and they leave. And a 3. Now there was 2.
All right,
Okay, so now I'm gonna get my 2 cents. Is the UFC missing out on Tanya Evinger? I say no, because we all know that most of these women don't translate to the UFC all that well. She's the cream of the disgusting crop over at Invicta, and without her, I think Invicta actually loses more than the UFC gains. So on this one, although Eddie Law had a very well thought out, and Fred is just an idiot, I'm still going to go with Fred because I agree with him.
Motherfucker. All right.
There we go. A little bit of decency.
Now, hold on a second. I got to get over here. Eddie, where did you give me the list of topics? Was it on our DM?
Yeah, should be in there. And then I can resend it.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and see if I can do the hosting here. You guys just have to worry about arguing. All right, here we go. Number 2 between Ed and Fred. Will Bellator New York City be Bellator's coming out party to the casual fan? Now, quick question for you guys. Is that the pay-per-view?
Yeah. So Bellator NYC's pay-per-view, Bellator 180 is the prelims, basically.
All right, so being that Fred won, Fred, will Bellator's pay-per-view be the coming out party for the casual fan?
The casual fan part adds a little bit of intrigue to this question. For the casual fan, possibly. But as far as it being an actual coming out party for Bellator, I think quite the opposite. I think this might almost be detrimental to Bellator. I don't think they're in any way ready for a pay-per-view. I think it's weird, right? Like who they signed Lorenz Larkin, and they made the fight with him and Douglas Lima. Before that, the only 2 fights they had for this card was Fedor and Mitrione and fucking Vanderlei Silva and Chael Sonnen. Everybody was shitting on the card. They make that fucking title fight, and then they make the other one with Chandler and whoever the fuck that other dude is. Everybody was kind of like, oh, yeah, man. Now there's 2 title fights. You got Fedor and Chael. It's fucking card stacked, bro. Dude, bros. But I still think this card is fucking, okay at best. Chael looked like shit last time we saw him. Vanderlei literally hasn't fought since fucking Brian Stan. I win this fucking topic on that alone. What the fuck? The last time Vanderlei fought was against Brian Stan. Fedor is a shell of himself. I can't stand Meathead, and that shit's personal. So, fuck this pay-per-view. This is not the coming out party. It's the fucking a horrible decision all over. It's going to be terrible numbers. No.
Okay. Ed, you have 2 minutes to rebut.
All right. So on this card, what do we have? Chael Sonnen against Vanderlei Silva, Fedor against Mitrione, Michael Chandler against Brett Primus, and Douglas Lima against Lorenz Larkin. Will this be the coming out party for the casual fans? Yeah, shit. I fucking agree with Fred. No, it's not. You know why? Because Chael Sonnen, last time he fought was against fucking Tito Ortiz. old ass Tito Ortiz, who's honestly should have. It was fucking arthritis versus arthritis. It was the weirdest shit ever. You think Bellator would have let him fucking juice their asses off? Didn't do it. Didn't even go for it. And it was an awful fight, to be honest with you. And I still don't understand how that fight even got put together. But whatever. Then you got Vanderlei Silva, who Fred fucking said hasn't fought since he fought Brian Stann, right? And then he ran away from a drug test and found every way possible to not admit that he was on some shit and that he ran away from a drug test and all that shit. Got banned for life. Then he got unbanned for life, and now he's going to fight. It's the whole fucking thing's just weird. Finally got released by UFC. Then we got Fedor against Matt Mitrione, which didn't happen like it was supposed to a little while ago in San Jose because Matt Mitrione had a kidney stone. He couldn't pee out. I mean, come on, right? Michael Chandler against who? And then Douglas Lima against Lawrence Larkin. If Lawrence Larkin doesn't knock this guy into death, I mean, what the fuck are we doing? You know what I mean? Now, does it have potential to do that? Yes. But here's what's going to happen. Vanderlei Silva's not going to make this a fight. Matt Mitrione's not going to make this a fight. We're going to get a headliner of Michael Chandler against Brent Primus and Douglas Lima against Lawrence Larkin as the co-main. That's my reason why it's not going to be a coming out party. It's going to be a flop like the first fucking pay-per-view. All right? God damn it, Bellator. Get your shit together.
Okay. So I don't know how this normally works, and I don't know if Jesus is still with us, but I agree.
I have moved the satellite into position.
Oh, here we go.
Holy shit.
Got him.
All right. So Jesus is joining us. Jesus, Bellator NYC, the pay-per-view. Is it going to be the coming out party for the new baby Bellator?
Coming out party, I think, is a strong word, but going off of what Fred and Eddie agreed upon, I think what you fail to realize is how entrenched Bellator is with the common fan, with that Spike fan. Just think of the numbers that they did on Spike on free TV with some of these crappy pay-per-views that, of course, we all saw. Tito versus Chael. What was the other one? What was his name? Shamrock against Gracie, right? Some of these Dada 5000 against Kimbo Slice. Some of these fights that we know for a fact as hardcore fans are not worth our time. Yet they did gangbuster numbers each time for Bellator. And I think if we remember the last time Bellator did a pay-per-view, they stacked it. They did fairly well. They didn't kill the game. They didn't do, gangbuster numbers, but also they didn't have the names that they have now on this pay-per-view. Plus the fact that you're having Fedor back finally on television where a lot of people remember him. A lot of people are just going to tune in just to see Fedor fight one last time. I almost made the trip out to, Sacramento last time to see that fight. Just because it's probably going to be one of the last times we'll ever see Fedor fight. Definitely not a coming out party, but definitely I think this is going to be a win column for Bellator, and they're building up their brand. They're building up their opportunity to be the number 2 or even overtake UFC in certain areas, like picking up free agents, paying people more than what they are worth at this point, right? Like Lorenz Larkin, like Ben Henderson. He's getting paid a lot more than what he's worth and what he's not doing at Bellator. So, not the coming out party, but definitely it's a good choice for them. They're gonna do gangbusters.
Okay, we have the free-for-all rebuttal if you guys want to talk some more.
Jesse's a Bellator shill. I don't give a shit what he said.
Gangbusters my ass, Jack. Listen, who's the best fucking fighter on this card? Lorenz Larkin.
Easily. No, I mean, easily, right?
What we're paying for?
And he's fighting Douglas Lima, who's going to get knocked the fuck out, right? And then Michael Chandler against who? The fuck? I mean, what are we talking about here?
No,
Look,
okay, yeah.
I'm telling you right now. The first 2 fights are not going to make it.
Seriously, who is the dude that Michael Chandler's fighting? Yeah, who is that?
He's undefeated 7-0. I think he's new to Bellator, though. I'm not 100% sure.
It's his first fight in Bellator?
I want to say it is. Let me find out. Well,
Jesus H fucking Christ.
Right, promise. Sure, dog.
Hey, bullshit.
Hang on.
Okay.
Hang on.
All right, we're done with the rebuttals. The question was, is it going to be the coming out party for the casual fans? So the judge says, no, because casual fans don't buy pay-per-views, those cheap motherfuckers.
True. Oh, by the way,
plain and simple.
Sorry, not his first fight.
Like
Not his first fight in Bellator. My bad.
So how does this work? Am I able to do a draw between two?
You probably can.
I don't know how it
You
works, but
probably
I'm going to
can.
say,
Yeah, man, you're the judge, man.
yeah, you guys get a draw each other wholeheartedly. Jesse loses. So right now the score is 1 for Fred, 2 for Fred, 1 for Ed, 0 for Jesse. Jesse, step up your game. You're pathetic. All right. So here we go. I don't know if this one's, I'm going to be very interested in this, okay? MMA Twitter trolls. Who is the worst of the worst Twitter troll? So, let's see. I guess Fred's still up. So, Fred, the worst Twitter troll.
Listen, I'm glad I got to go first because honestly, man, to be honest with you for real, most of my experiences on Twitter are pretty tight, man. You get a couple dummies here and there, but for the most part, I don't really get trolled on like that. I mean, I guess you got a couple, like, what's the little prick's name? Izzy, whatever the fuck. He, like, steals fucking Ariel Hawani's, like, fucking profile picture and breaks his own little bit of news from time to time. That's a pretty fucking clever, cute thing to do as a troll. But I think the one dude that's really fucking universally hated on Twitter is that Jonathan Snowden prick. I don't know if it's quite fair to call him a troll, but the dude definitely fucking is just a fucking cunt, man. Always finds a way to talk shit. Fuck. He's even got me blocked. I didn't know I was even blocked by the prick until him and fucking Eddie had a little skirmish here recently. So yeah, you know, I don't need the whole 2 minutes. Good minute, you know. Jonathan Snowden, fucking by far.
All right.
All right. Hey,
Sorry,
Sue.
Honestly, this is you can put a 0 in my column. I'm so little on Twitter. I'm just gonna agree with these guys on who the biggest Twitter troll is. In my opinion, I think a troll of just epic proportions is Chael Sonnen, because everything he puts out is just to bring more attention to himself and kind of get people talking about whatever topic he wants to talk about. He was the first guy to throw out Jim Rome as a replacement for Goldie. He's the guy that is always talking about the Mayweather fight. He's the guy that, you know, tries to break, you know, some news and everybody starts putting him as the source. And then it turns out that he's just stringing everybody along. So I count him as the biggest troll, but I digress to you guys that are on Twitter all the time.
God damn it. Jesse just made the better point than I was going to make. Fuck.
Okay. Ed, do your work.
I was going to go with Jonathan Snowden because I did have that mini weird. It was more awkward than anything, that little back and forth with Jonathan Snowden, but mostly because I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. He came and found me, so whatever. Anyway, so I'm going to go with Ariel Helwani. All right, who else is going to get us to watch him cry for 2 fucking hours? Okay, half of us were laughing, half of us were on his side, and it was all just awkwardness the entire time. I don't want to make this about me, but me for 2 hours. Literally, for 2 hours. All right, I don't have to go any further. For me, big Twitter troll, Ariel Helwani, pretending to be a journalist, and instead he's a cunt. And he blocked me on Twitter.
Okay. So on this one, you all lose. Nobody gets any points. The correct answer was Meryl Streep.
Motherfucker, I knew it! No, I didn't. I was lying. Anyway.
Fuck you guys. I'm the judge. I win. All right. The answer was Meryl Streep. She is the biggest MMA troll, plain and simple. She's also just a fucking troll. There we go. Now you guys, let's see. It's 1 for Eddie, 2 for Freddie, 0 for Jesus. It's not looking good for you fucking pricks to fight with Fred at the end here. But the fourth and I guess single Jeopardy question would be: Cyborg dictates Invicta FC title. Wants GDR fight in July in California. Should GDR take the Holly fight or take the Cyborg fight? Since he's really bringing up the rear here, we're going to go with Jesus. Jesus, what do you think about the GDR Cyborg fight?
Maybe if I want a point, I should just start talking in Spanish. Maybe that'll just confuse the judge and get me a point. But I think that the only possible scenario is for Jermaine Duranamy to take on Cyborg and at least take that beating, and then finally that belt will have some meaning if she takes the Holly fight, we're just gonna get another boring fight, and it's gonna be another belt that nobody cares about. Nobody cares about it as is right now. So why not at least put some prestige on it, and at least have somebody challenge the consensus number one 145 pounder, the only 145 pounder in that division that is eligible to really be fighting for a title. So I think she should take that fight, and they should at least get some sense of unity and prestige to that title, instead of just kind of dicking around and kind of pretending that we have contenders in a division where there's only 2 people, maybe 3 people that are going to be fighting for a title that's probably just going to be passed around. It's going to turn into, what was it, the 205 championship back in the Rashad Evans day, where everybody got to take it home for at least one time. So let's not do that, and let's at least have a dominant champion.
Okay, that's going to be tough to beat, guys. Jesus set the bar high. So let's go with Eddie.
Jermaine Durandamy should fight Holly Holm for the sole purpose that Cyborg fans lose their fucking minds as a whole. And it's awesome to see on Twitter. Look, I've never seen more angry people than I have Cyborg fans when Cyborg got fucked out of that fight against Jermaine Durandamy, right? I mean, everyone immediately that fight Holly and Jermaine got made, and everyone's just like, oh, the real champion Cyborg, blah, 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 whatever the fuck. And they lose their mind. So I enjoy it. There's one, I forgot her name because she's on here on Twitter, and her and I go back and forth, and she gives me the weirdest arguments as to why Cyborg should already be the 45 champ. And she gets she gets so upset about Cyborg getting screwed by the UFC that she threatens to never sign back on to Twitter. Okay? That's the level of commitment that Cyborg fans have to Cyborg. So for my entertainment, Jermaine Durandamy gets Holly Holm, because I will be on Twitter so fast, just fucking with my popcorn, watching all these angry fucking lunatic tweets go back and forth.
Okay.
Is that shit, Jesse?
He's in the
Sorry.
he's in the Mexivan trying to figure out his coordinates. All right, Fred.
Okay, so listen, general consensus is definitely that Jermaine Durandamy should fight Cyborg for the belt, because I think a lot of people feel like Cyborg is the uncrowned champion. Now, I think most people that have followed any of the podcasts that I've been on have known that I've been, very vocal and feeling like Cyborg has never really been fucking tested by anybody all that fucking great. Now, not only do I stand by that, but also I feel like she's a fucking cheater. Okay? She got caught with steroids, and then they tried to give her this fight. Okay? Let me tell you something, Jack. First off, nobody fucking wanted GDR in that goddamn title fight to begin with. Only reason she was there is because Cyborg couldn't make the party because she was juicing her tits off. So when you juice and you fight lesser competition and you knock their fucking head into the third row, you get no points from me. Okay? She's a cheater, and cheaters never win. Teach you that in kindergarten.
Except for Cyborg, she wins always.
Yeah, she's fighting bums.
That's true.
Okay, so Ed and Fred, you lose. Your arguments were ridiculous. Jesus makes the most sense. Cyborg has to get in there. It's the most interesting fight. No one wants to see the Twitter people explode. Who cares if she cheats? She's smashing people to death. It's fun to watch. She's not going to be able to cheat as much. GDR shouldn't have been in there in the first place. And honestly,
Jesus Christ.
No, shut up.
Cheat as much?
No, the only time Holly Holm has ever been exciting is the one fight. The one fight where Ronda ran at her like a freaking matador and got smashed. Every other fight she's been in has been tedious as hell. Jesus is right. You guys are wrong. So here's what's going to happen. Since now we've got a guy with 2 points and we've got 2 guys with 1 point, we're going to do what I call the 10-8 round. This is the last question. Whoever gets this gets 2 points on their opponent. So there's still a possibility, Fred, that you might lose. Or you might lose.
I love that.
Points.
Nice little tweak there at the end to fucking still throw me under the fucking train.
Hey,
sucker.
fuck you, pal. We're good friends. I don't have to let you win, you motherfucker. Now this one And this, hey, and another thing, that's just to show that I'm not biased. Fred and I are tight. If he wins this, it's going to be fucking suspicious on my reputation. Which we all know I'm super popular with minorities and homosexuals.
Your sterling your Twitter reputation's online.
That's still my favorite fucking thing that ever happened on Twitter ever. Is Aaron's smiling face on there as a fucking homophobe.
All right, so the 10-8 round, the question is booing at MMA events. Should fans boo during fights? I want to put a little tweak on this though. I want to add more, because all it is should fans boo. If your stance is no, what the fuck do we do about it? All right, so Fred's coming into this with 2 points. You guys are the underdogs. So Fred, booing at MMA events, should fans boo? If you say no, they shouldn't, what should be done?
Man, I'll tell you what, you don't have to worry about that, because I believe they absolutely should. Let me tell you something, Jack. Did they pay for a fucking ticket? Then, goddamn it, they get to do whatever they want. It's a free fucking country. Now, are some of them fucking drunken idiots that need to shut their fucking pie hole sometimes? Sure. But sometimes you pay good money to come see two fuckers fight, and they get there and they start in with the fucking hugging like they're on fucking Molly or ecstasy. At that point, when you got everybody a little fucking juiced up, of course the boo birds come out. Sometimes they're unjustified, but other times, absolutely fucking MMA fans should boo. Sometimes it's totally justified. What the fuck is going on? What was
bad.
that?
My phone went off.
Is the devil on the line? Holy shit. Sound like Satan joined the call.
He might have. Oh shit!
Jeez, he's back. Put that fucking thing away, Eddie.
Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway,
fucking sabotaging my 2 minutes, you fucking Mexican cocksucker.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Eddie, you are going to have to damn near kill a son of a bitch in the ring to get your 10-8 round after that bullshit. Jesus from the Mexivan, can you hear us? Are you in satellite range?
I think so.
Okay. Booing at MMA events. Should fans be allowed to boo?
All right. So I agree with Fred in the sense that you pay your money, you can do whatever you want. But for the sake of argument, I think that fans should not be allowed to influence referees, because that is what's happening most of the time. How many times have we seen people go to the ground, fighters go to the ground, and after the referee has had maybe one fight beforehand where they boo a lot, they don't stand them up. As soon as they start booing, the referee right away stands them right up, changes the course of fights. And I think that's the only time where we should have a kind of protection against that type of scenario happening. That is the only thing that is upsetting about people booing. If you've ever been to an event and you hear a guy, a drunk guy booing, trying to heckle people, it's some of the most entertaining thing in between fights, in between boring fights. It's entertaining, and that's always a good thing. Entertainment's always a good thing. The atmosphere is always fun. And I mean, can you imagine going to any kind of sporting event and not having booing or cheering? It'd be ridiculous. The only thing that needs to stop is the influence that those boos have on referees. So, like Fred said, you pay your money, you get to do whatever you want. But the whole influencing the fight is where that needs to stop.
Okay, once again, well presented by Jesus. Ed, you got your work cut out for you.
Okay.
Booing fans, you came up with this question. Should they be allowed to boo? How the fuck are you going to shush everybody in the crowd if you don't like it?
Okay. Fans should be allowed to boo, but that's not the biggest problem I have at events. The problem I have at events, and I'm fucking throwing Hail Mary at this point because I know it, we need to fucking put together a hunting party and find that fucking banshee in New Jersey who screams her fucking ass off for every fucking fight. You guys know what I'm talking about? There's that one bitch out there that sits in the first 3 rows that screams her fucking ass off. And everyone on Twitter is like, who the fuck is that bitch? And I know somebody's mother. I'm sure it is some fighter's like relative or something. But what the fuck, lady? Screaming her ass off so loud it comes through the fucking television. It's insane. How Joe Rogan hasn't lost his mind about that bitch, the way he lost his mind about fucking ice on the mat, is beyond me. I have no idea what the fuck's going on with that shit. Should fans boo? Be allowed to boo? Yeah, they fucking paid their money. But find the Banshee first, then deal with the booing fans. Hail Mary.
All right, you guys got a minute to make your point if you want it.
Yeah, I think that was pretty well made
Banshee.
that first go round.
And the fucking Banshees, fucking Sasquatch.
I mean, listen, I'll give it to you, Eddie. I do know the broad you speak of. And yes, she is a fucking annoying, but she's a goddamn an American citizen in Trump's America. And we won't have her deported out of the arena. Not on your watch, you motherfucker.
Trump, build the wall. Build the wall in that fight just in front of that lady. I don't give a fuck.
I'll tell you what, Ed, though. Now think about that. Aren't you gonna miss if they do eject her from the arena? You're gonna be like, they're in New Jersey. Where's that crazy screaming lady? You're gonna miss that. It's like when you.
Oh, the aliens got him.
You're gonna miss it. You're just gonna miss it if.
No, people are gonna miss it. Like they missed the Pride lady. Remember they brought the Pride lady back, I think, for Bellator, and she screamed her ass off. The first couple fights, like, yay, Pride lady. By fight number 3, you're like, what the fuck, lady? Stop.
Okay, Eddie, how does the show work? Before I make up my mind who wins this, because you guys all made good arguments except for Eddie.
God
Because it had nothing to do with that. You should have said she was an MMA troll. That would have made more sense. Now, if Fred wins, is he the judge next week?
Well, he's the judge next week, basically.
Okay, then Jesus just won the 10-8 round because I want to argue with Freddie next week.
Jesse wins? Really? God damn it. All right, we're cool.
Mexican won under Trump's America. Woohoo!
But you know why? You know what, though? I'll tell you why. Is he made the most salient point, because Fred and I have talked about this. I absolutely agree. If you pay your 80 and change or your 200 and change, whatever, you can whip your dick out and wag it at fucking fighters if you want to. You paid the ticket. I don't care what you do. Boo, clap, throw ice at them. I don't give a shit. Now, however, that being said, it does sometimes influence the referee. You'll see that. They'll be up against the cage doing some technical shit. And then Joe's like, oh, and the crowd's getting restless. And then right away, they break them up. Now, more savvy MMA fans know that there's a lot of hand fighting going on, that grappling up against the cage is very technical, but the idiots in the crowd don't know shit, and they're like, boo, why are they hugging? And so they break it up. So, yeah, that sucks. So, really, it shouldn't be, should MMA fans be allowed to boo, it should be, should referees be fucking penalized for listening to that shit?
God damn, man, that makes more sense.
All right, so Jesus wins. Next week, I guess he's the judge, because there's no way that I'm going to miss out on an opportunity with arguing with you two fuckers.
Well, Jesse, you're going to have to make sure you get to a good Wi-Fi next week, dude, because goddamn. Hey.
So if it's on Sunday, I'll be at home, so it should be
perfect.
good.
Yeah, we're doing Sunday. Yeah, cool.
Oh, yeah.
All right,
so no fights for a while, right? When's the next?
Right, we got April.
Another dry week.
Not this weekend. Not next weekend, but the weekend after, I want to say. Is that right?
It's next weekend, isn't it?
Is it next weekend? Well, 210? Okay, 210 next weekend. I'm still waiting to hear that DC's not going to make it.
Way to fucking jinx it, Eddie. Way to fucking jinx it.
I feel like that's an anti-jinx, dude. I think if I said DC's going to make it, then it's going to be a jinx.
It's this week is dry, and then the next 3 weeks, every single weekend we have a UFC event. So 210, and then what is it?
Fight night.
Fight night. It's a Fox fight night, and then another fight night on FS1.
I think. Okay. Do you guys think there's too many events? Like this, I guess just to ask a question. You think they're still doing too many events?
Fuck no.
Really?
No. Stop being a pussy. Of course not.
No, it's not too many.
Bellator's trying to charge us money.
Yeah, exactly. It's not too many events, because every time there's no event, everybody's like, boo, just sitting by my window waiting for UFC, like.
For real. So wait, hold on though. Quickly before we go, is anybody going to actually buy Bellator's pay-per-view?
Fuck no.
Fuck no.
Hey, that's a casual fan thing.
I am. I'll buy it.
Okay.
This motherfucker. Why you gotta ruin
Of
this?
course you will. Of course you will, Jesus.
Before I
Guess how many fucking buys you think it does? It will
Oh,
be a complete flop.
16.
what's the price on the pay-per-view?
It's 50.
It's $50. Not to mention, I don't know if you can you get it online? Can you buy it online? Because I think that
You pilfer it.
That's how they did it last time. I don't know if you guys remember the last pay-per-view they did. They did it on fight.com and it was like $20 or something. It wasn't that expensive. It wasn't like horribly bad.
See, that's why I'm thinking that it's going to be a flopperoo. Like, if you're Bellator, you sell that shit for $19.99 and throw in a set of fucking forks if you buy it or something. You can't be charging me the same price as premium UFC meat. Are you shitting me?
that's true.
What the fuck? Out of their
Aaron,
mind.
Koozies, though, you gotta know your crowd, right? So it's more like beer koozies, right?
There ain't that many restaurants, Jack. There ain't that many B-dubs.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. What is it? Fucking Dave and Buster's? Do you guys have a fucking Dave and Buster's anywhere near you? Because I've never seen one in real life. I think they're made up.
there might be one around here. I'm not sure.
I've gone to see pay-per-views at them. They're pretty nice, actually.
You know what?
Jesus
Jesus
fucking
What
Christ.
the
I'm sorry. What do you want from me?
Christ? Jesus Christ.
They're pretty well
I've seen them. They're fun.
Yeah. Take your kids there. Lots of drinking. It's fun.
Fucking A.
What the fuck did I just hear? Take your kids there, lots of drinking, little bit of crank, maybe some bathtub meth.
Woo.
That's-
Wait. It's a think about this concept. It's a bar that has video games for kids as a restaurant.
Yeah,
The kids, all they have to do is supervised. That's
it
it.
sounds like a prime den for pedophiles.
yeah, that sounds pretty fucking awful. Like, dude, it's in the neighborhood.
And on that
it's in the neighbor
note-
spot.
On that positive note,
God, Andy would shit on us for ending this like that, but all right. Anyway,
pedophile.
there you go, pedophile. See, we said it wrong on top of that shit. Anyway, all right, fellas. Well, hey, that's it for today. For this week. Next week, Jesse's gonna be the judge. We'll be back on Sunday again. Hopefully, shit will happen this week that we can talk about. It'd be great. MMA Advocates on Wednesday, so come back for that. If we can come up, what we should talk about. And of course, you can follow me at ELOT31. Fred is at Kirby_MMA. Jesse is at Spawat1983. And Aaron, do you really give a shit? Not even a little bit. So, all right. Thanks for joining us, and you guys have a wonderful evening. And good night, Wiltshire.